charging soldiers suddenly lowered their spears and vanished in an instant amidst the enemy's concentrated artillery fire. As a fierce gale swept through, the Northern Alliance troops began coughing up blood and fell one after another on the battlefield. The commanders who narrowly survived looked utterly bewildered, completely unaware that their enemies were cursed undead creatures. Fortunately, in this critical moment, President Lincoln suddenly recalled the vampire's weakness to silver. He spared no effort in mobilizing the nation's resources to collect all silverware, rushing it overnight to the armory to forge into various weapons. Once deployed, these supplies could instantly turn the tide of battle and lay the foundation for victory. Unfortunately, the front lines lay 80 miles away. Any mishap en route could spell the nation's doom. Thus, Lincoln could only retrieve his long-dormant battle axe, preparing to personally escort the silver by train to the southern battlefields. Though age had dulled his agility, the fate of the nation demanded action. Without hesitation, Lincoln boarded the train bound for its final destination. Unexpectedly, Adam, the progenitor of vampires, had already learned of their plan. He immediately rallied his forces to intercept the train. Nick, guarding the carriage, suddenly heard a noise overhead. He quickly grabbed his weapon, opening the window to assess the situation. Unexpectedly, a vampire appeared, launching an attack from below and dragging Nick to the ground. In the critical moment, Nick rapidly fired his gun, finally killing the vampire. But before he could catch his breath, monsters climbing onto the car roared and charged forward. Unfortunately for them, they underestimated the man destined to become Captain America. Believing a sneak attack from behind would finish him, they were instead easily disarmed by Nick, who swiftly dispatched two monsters. Hearing more vampires climbing aboard, Nick urgently warned Lincoln that they must stop the train at all costs. The two immediately split up, firing relentlessly to eliminate the vampires. But as Nick frantically turned the wheel to keep the train moving, one vampire quietly climbed aboard, opening its jaws wide toward the man. Fortunately, Lincoln fired in the nick of time to rescue him. They seized the opportunity to work together, slaughtering the vampires. In the fray, Lincoln seemed to recall the thrill of hunting vampires in his youth, wielding the axe with increasing skill. Yet just as he finished off the vampires, believing the fight was over, Adam's figure suddenly materialized from the darkness. With a single kick, he sent Lincoln flying hundreds of meters. Watching Adam cleanly snap the battle axe in two, Nick quickly aimed and threw his dagger at Adam. But the ancient vampire progenitor, who had lived for millennia, didn't even acknowledge it. Adam turned his head to dodge the dagger, then kicked Nick away with a single swift motion.